I feel like everybody has time for movement, and when you can intentionally choose your movements to elicit a healing response, I feel like that's very empowering. So here are some movements that you can do to open up those hips and get some more mobility, alleviate some pain. So the first thing that I always do whenever I am working on hip openers, first of all, check in. So having that mind-muscle connection is in. For this movement sequence, we are going to be focusing on that hip range of motion, healing, releasing. So we're gonna take a couple breaths in, audible exhale out, inhale, audible exhale out. So throughout these movement sequences, you should be remembering to keep that core engaged and tight. That's going to provide safety and stability for your back. And those isometric contractions are very stabilizing. So what we're gonna do is you can find a seated position and you can move those hips, get acquainted if you'd want to. And I'm gonna go into laying down first. So this way, so you guys can see. So we're going to lay down. And one of the first, most gentle ways that I like to just open up my hips is just by turning one knee in. Now, if your hips are tight, you're gonna feel that pull. You should feel it kind of like your abductor, glute, even maybe into your piriformis. You could feel some in your thigh, could feel some in your psoas. Wherever you're feeling discomfort, that might just need a little extra love. So we're gonna do both sides. Just really focus on that breathing, engage your core, keep that nice and tight, and inhale, and go back from side to side as many times as you need to feel that release to kind of just allow your body to lean into the discomfort. It's one thing with stretching and movement that is really beautiful is it allows us a space that we really can just lean into the discomfort, and by breathing and oxygenating our muscles, it provides a very healing space. Bring both of those knees up, and then we're gonna just allow them to fall to the left. You can even, for a more of a stretch, go ahead and goalpost that right arm, and you can turn your head over to the right side. And slowly, we're gonna go over to the next side. A little close to my couch. You guys get the point. Just take a moment to check in. How's your neck feel? Is any part of your body stiff? Is it resisting relaxation? Do you feel pain, discomfort? Take note. Take a mental note of where your experience is. What you're thinking about, what comes to mind. Are you really present in this moment? Go ahead and fully extend. Take a full body stretch. Inhale, exhale, let it go. You're gonna take that right knee, bend it, and try and keep your hips as square as you can, but you're gonna bend that right knee over. Again, look over that right shoulder. You can use your left arm to assist that right leg down if that is helpful. That creates a little bit more tension, and remind that hip that it wants to stay square. You should feel really, really, really nice stretch in that hip flexor and glute. I love this stretch so much. You can extend the foot, you can bend the foot if that feels better. The knee, sorry. Go ahead and really step down. Left knee comes up and over. Hold each pose for a couple breaths in and out, and really step down. This next one is one of my favorites for hips. In front, and then you grab behind, and that creates, oh my gosh, such a stretch. I like to relax my knee. You can roll your ankle if you need to. I like to rock side to side. I really get some more movement in that hip. Remember to breathe, and every exhale, try to relax that muscle a little bit deeper. So inhale, exhale, inhale. And on this exhale, try and take that stretch a little bit deeper. Switch side. And it's pretty normal if one side is a little bit more tight or tender than the other. Again, just take note. So your body is very intelligent in design, and it is giving you messages all the time. It's just our job to translate. So if you find yourself sore, stiff, and pain, that's a beautiful opportunity to work with your body to create healing. So just tap in. If you notice that, like, oh, your hips are in a lot of pain, hips are all about moving forward. So how can you help yourself move forward? Where do you feel stuck? Where do you feel like you need extra help? Where can you go to find that help? And I think when we start asking the right questions, that really allows us to release. You don't have to do this on your own. You can surrender. You're not alone. You always have God to connect with, and God is very faithful to provide, community and people in our path to help us along our journey. There's always a way to move forward, and then it doesn't have to be hard and be effortless and easy. It doesn't have to be painful. You can let go and release that pain. That's what our hips can teach us. So whenever we feel pain and resistance and stiffness there, effortlessly move forward in life and move forward with ease enjoy. Well, this is your practice, so whatever feels good, take moments to pause, play, feel into the stretch. I'm going to roll up. The last movement that I want to empower you with is called pigeon. So if we more of an acute angle, then that's going to be a little bit less of a stretch. Lean into that. But all you're gonna do, okay, find whatever angle works for you. Inhale, and you're just going to collapse over there. Keep feeling nice stretch. And that hip opening up, and kind of get a little back bend into. Find movement here. Just what I like to do in this pose is find where it feels a little bit uncomfortable but tolerable, and then lean in. And again, that is our way for life, is find that discomfort and lean in. So if you wanted a more advanced move, you can also use pigeon and get kind of like, oh, it's such a good posture. This is advanced though, so don't feel like you have to be there. Again, you can repeat this and you can work on increasing that angle. It's really whatever feels best for you. And I always like to end giving myself a nice hug, rolling from side to side, releasing that low back, full body stretch. You can stay here and you can just kind of relax and check in with your body. Or the last thing I usually like to do is bring my feet close together, and like gym class, I feel like they call it like a butterfly stretch, right? So you can put them here to start and then just kind of scoot. I always feel like that kind of helps me get my knees down. I hope some of those movements are helpful to you and get some good mobility and release a lot of that energy and stress that we can store in those hips. If you only have 5 minutes, then just work on that breathing, stretching, whatever feels good for your body. The point is to move. So thank you so much for spending time with me.